So Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1. In the end, Arsenal get 3 points. In the end, we get the winner like last season. And Luca, we've been having this very different conversation. If Garnacho would have scored, they would have won the game 2-1 with all rant settings, Arteta out and all that.
Man, I got a lot of shit for that when I put Arteta out when it was 1-1. People kept bloody messaging saying, "Oh, you keep repeating yourself" and all that.
But we got the win. We got the 3 points, Luca. Thoughts on the game, thoughts on the lineup, all that stuff, and the performance in general, my friends.
For me, I think the first half, I think it was quite a bit of an end-to-end game. I said in my match reaction straight after the game, I think it was a bit of a poor performance. I know we started the game a little bit better and we had a bit of more possession than them, but the first goal I want to talk about, I think what was Ben White and I think it was Gabriel Saliba. I couldn't really tell from a distance. It was one of them. And I think Gabriel was waiting on near Ramsdale on the right-hand side of the post. I think they were ball watching. I think we should have done better on Rashford's goal. I wouldn't say it was more of Ramsdale's fault. I think it was leading up to the defence on that. I think we were a bit poor. And then Odegaard responded, got the equaliser, crucial. I thought, you know what, 1-1, we can go on and cruise this game.
Yeah.
And then after that, I just felt the midfield in that first half. Like, when you miss a Thomas Partey, who's now potentially out, I don't know. 1 minute people saying 2-3 weeks, now 6 to 8 weeks. I can't make my mind up.
Arteta's confirmed it, Luca. He's going to be out for weeks, and it looks worse than it actually is, apparently.
I haven't seen his press conference, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's official, mate. He's going to be out for weeks. And it's probably most likely months.
6 to 8 weeks. But I noticed, obviously that's bad news for us, but I noticed that game today, we really missed Thomas Partey because I thought Havertz was poor today. I think him and Zinchenko, look, what did you make of Zinchenko today? Do you think he was good?
Going forward, yes.
But defensively
we've said this all the time, Luca. He's very questionable defensively. And he's back.
He is.
Yeah, he's very questionable defensively, Luca. Like, going forward, he's very, very good. And do you notice him? He's at right back today. He kept going, so he's always on the right. At right back.
Yeah, I noticed as well. And also I noticed Zinchenko going into the centre back and right back. And I'm thinking, I got very confused when I was watching the game and watching your watch along at the same time. I was thinking, wait a minute, is Arteta playing 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 3? And I'm thinking, I'm very, very a bit whelmed about it. But I think I noticed the midfield was very, very slow today. I think Kai Havertz was very poor. That sitter, what he missed, remind me of the Charity Shield miss. And I think he was poor. I think, look, I gave Havertz 10 games to prove himself. It's 4 games into the season. We've picked up 10 points out of a possible 12. That is a good start to the season. It's not what we had last season when we won 5-5. But, however, if you've asked 10 points out of 12, you take it. And we were going into this game full of confidence. I know Saturday night, we felt like we were a bit whelmed because Partey got injured. A lot of people, a bit of nerves going against Man United. But I think Havertz was poor. And I said in my match reaction, I know these players who have not been performing, like, I look at the performance, like, going into the second half, I think we were poor. I think Man United should have won that game. I think the first half, Saka shouldn't have got a yellow card from Bruno Fernandes. I think that was shocking. Yeah. I think Bruno Fernandes, for me, tripped Saka up first before Saka. Yeah. I think Lindelof should have been sent off.
What's your thoughts? Sorry to cut you off. What's your thoughts? Obviously, I was asking him about the penalty incident with Kai Havertz. I didn't think it was a penalty. I thought it was very soft from Havertz.
No, I don't think it wasn't a penalty. I know I kept saying it in your comments and spam put about the referee and that, but quite frankly, I watched it back and I felt, it wasn't a penalty. I think it was a dive. I think I rated the referee in my ratings 1 out of 10. I think the only thing he got out right was pretty much the Havertz situation. It wasn't a penalty. I think the ref got it right. I think the second goal for Man United, do I think it was a goal? I think it was. In my opinion, I think
it was or wasn't.
I think it was. I think it was, in my opinion.
It was, yeah.
I think it was, in my opinion. But quite frankly, I don't care. We got the 3 points. But I just look at performances, and I said on my match reaction, what I want to see is if some of these players who are not going to the international break, I don't know if Jesus is going or not, but. Yeah. Some of these players who are not going to the international break, I want Arteta to look at the international break and start feel like, yes, we got the win. It was a great moment, but I want to see the performances of last season. I want Arteta to organise these behind closed door matches, right? There's championship teams who are not playing behind closed doors. Organise them, who some of them haven't gone to the international break player wise. Get them to collect with under 21s and that, and get behind closed door matches. If Jesus is not going to the international break, get him to get some minutes, because that goal would mean it would give him confidence to come back from injury early as expected. I didn't think he wasn't going to come back for this last week. I want to see Arteta going into the international break, analysing the 4 games of the season, what went wrong, what went right, look at the performances and organise some behind closed door matches, even if it means involve some of the players who are not going. Like, that's what I want to see, because I'm happy that we get the 3 points. Moments like this, I enjoy, I excited, I scream like hell, I play music, whatever, after the game. But I want to see performances from last season. That is what I'm not seeing at the moment from Arsenal. And that's why the international break for me has come at the right time. You might disagree with me if it has or not, but I think it has come at the right time, because we're not seeing the performances what we've seen.
Look, I hear what you're saying there. I think there's definitely a bit of a concern with the way we're performing, because even today, Luca, it wasn't that great, was it? Yeah, it wasn't that spectacular than it was last season, for example.
I wasn't
Last season, I
expecting
saw us play some.
that.
Yeah, last season from the first minute to the 90th minute, for the majority of the games, we looked fantastic. Yeah, but even today, it's slow, man. I thought it's more slower.
The
I thought
tempo
it's
is
sloppy
slow.
at times as well. And I don't know. Obviously, I will watch back your match reaction. But you said it before we started this. Players like Saka was dreadful today, wasn't he?
He was poor. I gave Saka. I can't remember what I gave him, but I gave him a low rating. I think I gave him a 5 or 6 or something like that. Bang average. I think he was poor. I think at times in the first half he was creating a little bit, trying to get forward and that. And you know how Saka, the way he tries to create and that, and overlaps and supports Ben White. And I think he was poor. I think the last 4 games, even Lee Gunner said it as well. And I agreed with him. I agreed with what people say. I think Saka, for me, needs to go into this international break. And some of these players who haven't performed need to get... I know international performances are different compared to club performances, but I look at it, quite frankly, I feel some of the players who haven't performed in performances-wise, use it in the international break and bring it back when we go into that game at Everton at Goodison Park.
100%, man. Luca,
Man of the match.
Hold on. But before that, your doppelganger, Fabio Vieira, yeah? Once again, he came on again and did well, didn't he? Does he deserve to start for you instead of
Do you know what I
Havertz?
gave him? I think I gave him a 7. I think he was really good. He made a good impact. He got the players encouraging, making very good passes, got them very fluent, got them forward. He once again performed. I performed again. I scored in the Charity Shield at the penalty, and I performed again. I think Vieira, for me, has now got to be knocking on the door for contention. Okay, he's got to prove, and this is why I think he's better off coming on the bench recently. And of course, he's not going to the international break, but if he's training within those 2 weeks, he can use those training basics and use those methods coming back against Everton. For me, I'm not sure about having Fabio Vieira starting against Everton after the international break. I think that's a bit too much to ask, but I want to see more of Fabio Vieira coming off the bench and performing. Then maybe a questionable would see Fabio Vieira get more games.
Man, a match, Luca, before we wrap it up.
Declan Rice, 100%.
Declan Rice.
I think Declan Rice was brilliant today. 10 out of 10, got the winning goal. Well, we got the third, but technically winning goal at the time. And I think he was making very good passes. He was obviously spreading up the play, trying to create things a lot. I think he was brilliant. And look, I said in my stream earlier, look, he's not worth 105 million, but when you have to pay the odds like that, when you get performances like that, it's brilliant. Because when Partey, of course, it played at right back this season, Rice obviously wasn't performing with him. And I know Rice today, of course, we did miss Thomas, but Declan Rice had someone linking up with Martin Odegaard. And he also had Zinchenko going into different positions, which was good with Kai Havertz. So I think Rice was brilliant today. My man of the match. He's world class. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says, but he's a world class player.
Yeah, fair enough. Luca, now we've got our country international break. Forza Italia, come on,
Lovely
man.
Dahlia,
So,
mate. Yeah,
yeah, we got Macedonia and who else we played?
predictions for that.
Ukraine, I think. Yeah, so new manager Luca. Look forward to the international break. And guys, go and give us up to Luca. You got any videos lined up?
Yeah, I've got. I'm going to do an international reaction of Luciano Spalletti tomorrow, maybe around 5:30, 6, just tomorrow evening, and then leading up to that, I'm going to do a match reaction for both Italy games, and then that's about it really. And if there's any Arsenal news about injuries or any more updates on Partey, I'd put out some videos. So not much, just covering Italy after international in this international break.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're out of here. Give us up to Luca. Links in the title. Come on, the Gunners. International break, guys. We're out of here. Ciao, people.